All right, everybody, we are live. We got my man Adam from Comics and Coffee on right now. We're going to tell you a little bit of backstory about how he hunted a collection, but then more importantly, we're not even going to tell you about what the sale he's going to have. We're going to show you what he's going to have for sale for dollars, $5. You just bring your dollars, but you guys, you got to wait. I got a little soft intro one more time just so I don't get sued. All right, here we go.
The following program is rated TV MALS. It contains strong language and sexual situations. It is intended only for mature audiences.
Not really, but I got to put that because you never know who wants to sue you these days, right, Adam?
I was going to say, I didn't know we were having a sexual situation, Otto.
Well, you never know what happens when we start talking about these books and all the stuff that you might have found or whatever. So what's up, everybody? I'm your host, Otto, coming to you live and direct from the Grotto and straight out of Deep River, Connecticut. Is this your first appearance on 3 Minute in the Basement?
Since the new shop, I think, yeah.
Yes, absolutely. Wonderful. Yeah, you've been on many times before. That's right. That's right.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, so the new shop is in Deep River, Connecticut. But before we get started, you guys, please like this video. How would you not like a video where we tell you about how Adam found a storage bin, how he bought books, how he's going to be selling books? Hit the notification bell so you don't miss something like this. Subscribe so when we know about sales, we want you to know about sales, and leave a comment below. Have you been there before? Were you at the previous store? Have you ever been to the store? I'm sure you have, or if you plan on coming. So that being said, we paid all our bills, and this is my friend Adam from Comics and Coffee. Adam, great to have you on again.
Always a pleasure to be here, Otto, man.
All right, right. So this is I'm going to tell you how this show is going to go. It's going to kind of be 3 parts. Give you a little bit of history about Comics and Coffee and the history that we have. And then we're going to tell you about a collection, how both of you and I were both involved in, believe it or not. And then about the big sale that you're having this Saturday at your store in Connecticut. So we're going to keep it short and sweet, you guys. We got lots of books to show you and lots of good stories. So for those of you guys who don't know, in Deep River, Connecticut, there was a legacy store almost. It was like part of like urban lore in the comic book world called Uncle Fred's Comics. Okay.
Absolutely.
And you have since purchased Uncle Fred's Comics.
Yes.
How long ago, Adam? We going on a year and a half?
Yeah, a year and a half. We opened up our doors in August of last year. So we're coming up right on a year and a half.
So for those of you guys don't know, in urban mythology and comic book lore, Uncle Fred's Comics was a store, but it wasn't. Yeah, exactly. Like the 3 times I've been in there, I've never seen a cash register.
Yeah.
Like I don't even know. It was piles and piles of stuff. Once or twice I was loaded with dust when I left. And
oh yeah.
The owner was a great guy who's been in a comic book collecting, hoarding business
for
years, right?
Since the 60s.
Since the 60s, right. And
he started buying books as a kid.
Yeah. And I don't ever remember it advertising or anything like this, but you know, the gentleman was on his way out, and Adam said, "What happened?" He just walked in and said,
so I had been coming to Uncle Fred's for at that point like 3 years.
Okay.
And one day I was going actually to my in-laws' house, and I had my wife and kids in the car, and I was like, "Oh, let me stop at Uncle Fred's really quick." And I came in, and he had all of his keys at the back of the shop. So as I'm walking back, I couldn't see him.
Yeah, right.
It's so buried by boxes, you could not see him. So finally I hear him go, "Hello." I was like, "Oh, what's up, Fred?" He goes, "Oh, hey man, how's it going?" And I look over my shoulder, and on the counter are 7 empty beer cans.
Yeah.
It's 10 o'clock in the morning. You know, and the dude's over here hammering Yinglings.
Yeah, right.
So I shrugged. I was like, whatever, you know, he's an older dude, you know, he did mind his business.
You do you.
Under his breath, he just goes, "I'd sell this whole place."
Oh.
I heard it from across the room.
Yeah.
So I was like, "What's your number?" And he gave me a number. I said, "When do you need it by?" And as we're talking, I'm counting boxes in the shop.
Yeah,
you know, walking around going 1, 2. I'm like, "Oh yeah, definitely." And he gave me the number. I was like, "When do you need it by?" He said, "June." I said, "All right, man." And I walked out the door.
Yeah.
And I got in the car with my wife and said, "I gotta make some money."
So lo and behold, a year and a half later, to your credit, my friend, and I want to say I know what it takes. Well, I should have said what it takes. I have seen what it takes. I have never done it, but I know what it takes to turn something into a functional business that wants to bring people in. And you have certainly done this with the space that you have. So kudos to you,
that, man. Thank
your
you.
brother, your wife for giving you the time, your daughter for helping out, your mother for being there. You have built a a coffee shop inside. You have built a place where people can go and hang out, where you definitely don't feel the need to, sure, you can buy whatever you want, but you want to go in, drink some coffee, talk some comics. It's that kind of place. So, dude, kudos for you for doing that. Absolutely.
I appreciate that, man. Absolutely.
Yeah, no, dude, it's tough, man, dude. It's elbow grease. It's tough love, man.
It was a good amount of work.
Yeah, absolutely. But you set it up, and we're gonna give a little bit of a tour of the store.
Yeah.
But, without telling you about this sale that's coming up, the Holiday Blues sale, I absolutely love it. We're going to talk a little bit about what kind of facilitated this. And you often do have sales. You often do post events. You hosted a mini crawl once or twice, or a mini con, right?
Absolutely. Yeah. We have the mini cons whenever the weather is nice outside. We get the tent set up in the side parking lot. Yep. Get as many people out there as we can. They're always a blast. And I always end up finding crazy stuff. I love those sales.
Right. Absolutely. So now I am not a good hunter, right? I am not a good digger. I don't know. I'm not good on Facebook Marketplace. I just don't have the patience, nor do I necessarily need the space to buy massive collections, but I like to see what stuff is out there.
Yeah.
So about 3, maybe 5 weeks ago, I got some messages from some local people about, like U-Haul trucks, not U-Haul trucks, but U-Haul trucks, like a woman who's selling her husband's collection.
Yeah.
And I saw it through somebody else, made a couple calls, and actually got a hold of her and found out that, from what I understood, it was her husband's collection. They never owned a store, but he was an avid collector. He had unfortunately passed away, and now it was time for her to sell things. She definitely didn't. She was throwing out terms like bagged and boarded, not been cherry picked. Like, she knew all the buzzwords. So this wasn't a cash grab kind of thing, nor would I think anybody that I know would actually kind of do that. But it was interesting to hear. So I made a phone call and I got a hold of her, and we had a nice conversation. And that's kind of how I left it with her. Okay. Mm-hmm. And then I fast forwarded 4 hours later to you. So I'll let you give your side of this, Adam. Okay. Just to give everybody the background so they know where this came from.
Yeah. So I was at the shop, and it had been snowing out. I had my youngest daughter with me, and I opened up Facebook Marketplace just on a whim. Like I'm usually on Facebook Marketplace, just seeing what's out there. And I saw the listing for a storage container. It was a wooden crate that was 8 feet by 8 feet by 10 feet deep, packed to the gills.
Yes.
I'm looking at it. I'm like, all right, if you do the math out, the money's probably there. So I called some friends of mine too, because they're always asking to get in on it. They're like, oh, if you see a collection, we want in on. I was like, all right. I called them. I gave them a call, and they're like, hey, go look at it. If it's good, we're in. I said, all right, great. Drove down there, gave her a call. I was like, hey, I can meet you in an hour. I'm an hour away.
Yep.
Just great. I drove down there, and for 45 minutes, once I parked my car, she's not answering my calls. She's not answering texts. I'm like, all right, so I'm just in a parking lot at a U-Haul waiting. Finally, she answers the phone. She goes, oh, I thought you were a telemarketer. I was like, nope. I'm just sitting in the snow with my daughter.
Waiting in a parking lot, an hour away from home, right?
Yeah, like, this is not ideal. Eventually we get in.
Good. If you weren't a comic book collector trying to wait for a collection.
Yeah, if I wasn't a complete addict. But we eventually get in, and she opens up the storage container, and I look through 5-10 boxes maybe,
because it was stacked 3x3s, right? I mean, it was walls. Like, there was no alleyway. You couldn't you had to move boxes out to get in, right?
100%. There was no way to get into the unit. Every inch of that thing was taken up. Every inch of it.
Okay.
So I'm talking to her, and she goes, yeah, I don't want to deal with it. My husband was a huge hoarder. This is just the comics he hoarded. I don't want to, and she knew her stuff. She was on it,
Yeah, right. Oh, she for sure.
But she goes, I know there's a good amount of Silver Age in there. I just don't want to deal with it. I said, fair enough. Absolutely understand that. I was like, let me run to the bank. I'll get the cash for you. We'll call it a day, On my way back, I pull back in. She goes, I thought you were Dave. I was like, who's Dave?
Yeah.
And this guy walks in the door. He goes, I'm Dave. I went, right? Like, how's it going? And this is after I've handed her the cash.
Yeah.
Apparently, the guy drove from New Jersey to buy the storage unit. I didn't realize that this was in the works. And she goes, well, I feel bad. And she opened up another crate
Oh my
that
god.
had the same amount in it
Oh my
and
god.
let that guy shop that crate.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God. And I told him, like, this is an ungodly amount of comics. She goes, I own 2 more crates too.
No, we're not just talking like a taupe crate. We are talking
a prison cell filled to the gills with books. She has 3 more of them. I pulled out a rough estimate from the one I bought, 125,000 books.
Oh my god. Okay. Yes.
The funniest part, though, as I'm talking to her, she goes, oh, do you know an Otto?
No,
And I go,
that's what I was reading into. That's what this was so funny.
I go, yeah, I know Otto. She goes, what do you know about him? I said, he's a good friend of mine. I've known that dude for years because he won't stop calling me.
I called her once, dude. Jesus Christmas.
No, her phone was blowing up the whole time I was there.
Again, granted, this is for all intents and purposes, this is somebody's grandmother that we're dealing with.
Yes.
This is, you know what I mean?
100%. She thought I was a telemarketer. Like,
telemarketers, guys are just guys like us, like chomping at the bit or just wanting to know. This is somebody's grandmother for all intents and purposes, you guys. So we are
100%.
perfectly clear about this, that we're not like.
She thought I was a totally different person and did the deal. Like she wasn't necessarily the most with it.
Yeah, right.
With it enough to know what was Silver Age, but
right, and bagged and boarded and stuff like,
Oh yeah, she knew her stuff.
I'm on the phone, you're handing her money. This is all happening in the comic book world, right? Like this is.
Meanwhile, I go, all right, I'll come back the next day. I'll pick it up. And I posted a photo on Instagram of the shipping container and said, it's going to be a busy weekend. Right. The amount of dudes from the community who said, you beat me to that collection. It was all guys we knew blowing up her phone.
Right. Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, that's it. You got there first, man. You took the ride. You sat there. You did the work. So,
well, I'll tell you what the worst part was. I was supposed to go down there. They're supposed to pick the whole thing up with a forklift and drop it onto a trailer.
Yeah.
I'm at U-Haul. I wait an hour. The guy comes out and goes, yeah, no.
And
I went, what do you mean no? He goes, forklift won't pick it up. I said, so what are we going to do? He goes, well, you can rent a box truck and unload it. So I was unloading all the boxes by myself into a box just to get it back to the shop.
Onto the truck and then back to the store?
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Jesus. All right. Well, you got your deadlifts in for the year.
Oh, God. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I can still feel it in my neck and shoulders. I'm telling you.
So could you give us how many boxes? These are long boxes, not shorts, long boxes.
I would say all said and done, we're probably at about 120 longs.
Wow. Okay.
Roughly.
All right. Well, let's escalate it quickly.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
But everything was packed in, tote bins and weird, plastic containers and stuff like that.
Weren't some of the long boxes like completely wrapped, like in tape?
Oh, taped up. He was having boxes from auctions shipped to him.
Yeah.
So all these long boxes that were just wrapped in packaging tape all the way around.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Jesus Christmas. Unbelievable. So now you have all this product.
Oh yeah.
Some really, really cool stuff. And now it is time to start moving stuff. Is that correct?
I need some more space in my shop. It'd definitely be appreciated.
So tell us a little about what you have planned on December 28th.
So what we're doing, we're partnering with Dads with Issues. A good friend of mine, Jim Danner, actually rents the garage from my landlord as well. And he's another comic book guy. So I worked out a deal with him. We're going to be taking all of our dollar books down to his garage. And we're calling it the Comic Armory. So everyone can hunt the dollar books down there. Then they can come up here, see the half-price keys in the key box, and then maybe get a cup of coffee and hang out.
All right. Okay. Perfect. That is great. So I like that. And then, you know what? When you had thrown this up, I got a message or two. They're like, dude, we've never heard of the Comic Book Armory. I'm like, don't worry about it. So we're creating these places as we go at them, right? Which is great.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
You got comics and coffee, and then right on the other side of the building, you got the Armory now.
The Armory. I love it. So what we're going to do now is excuse us for our technical nuances here when we're going to flip our camera. This is a two-man show now. All right. Adam's going to flip the camera and just give you an idea of what we're looking at for the store and what we're looking at for products. Okay.
So I'll walk you through. Now, here's a general idea. All these boxes here, count them out. We got 19 short boxes up on my counters.
Yep.
These are all our half-price books for the sale.
Gotcha. Okay.
And I'll tell you what, I'll make it interesting. Otto, pick a number between 1 and 19.
Give me 8. Ocho.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Give me front, middle, or back.
Middle.
Middle. Let's see what we got in here. We got Brave and the Bold for $10. We got Detective Comics 443 at 50, and these are half off of these prices.
Okay.
All the stickers half off. So look at this, the reprint, the Whitman reprint of Star Wars 1 for $45 once you take the price in half.
Right.
We got ASMs. We got Marvel Milestone reprints. We got Aquaman Adventure Comics. I mean, these boxes are loaded with good books, and we are cutting half price. Golden Age stuff.
Look at that.
We have gold, silver. We've got modern. Everything's in here at half price.
Half price. Okay, so we've
Half
got
price. Green Lantern 10 for $5. It's got a detached cover, in all honesty, but it's still Green Lantern 10.
And look how good that looks at it. Look at the colors on that.
Marvel Chillers 3 is in here.
Yep.
Scarlet Spider 1, that's always a good book to have in the collection. But all these boxes are loaded with really decent books, and it's just because our stock is way too much right now.
Yeah, no, I get it, man. I get it. All right.
And I'll show you. We have dollar boxes for days. We have dollar boxes
Oh my
for
god.
days. We have dollar boxes for days.
Good God, Adam.
Look at the wall of dollar bins we have.
I want to be noted that between your pre-made shelves, you could walk you could be able to walk 2 or 3 people down that aisle. You're not getting a large human down that. Yeah.
I'm a little snug in here, if we're being honest.
Yeah, right. No, it does. Look at the little tight, man.
But we have, I would say right now, we have about $90 boxes, long boxes that are going to be going into the sale.
Yep.
We have, like I said, 19 short boxes of half price, and we have 1 box of really decent stuff. Stuff like this: Golden Age, Song of the South, Disney Comics.
Yeah.
A Monkey's #1 with a double cover.
Look at that.
We got Marvel Age 12. I have like 3 copies of this, I believe.
Yeah.
We have everything from, Jack Kirby all the way back to Bob Kane and the Seagulls. And I mean, it's everything.
Yep.
I had never even seen this one. I've got about 3 copies. This was a Jim Lee tribute to Gen 13.
No way. Love
Wizard exclusive. Oh, this was a fun one I found. Batman 3-pack.
Yeah.
With the 423 in it.
No way.
Sealed in the 3-pack. We've got everything. We have Justice League 3, 4, 5. We've got Green Lantern 7 in unbelievable condition.
First Sinestro in there?
Oh, yeah. We have his first Sinestro in like a 6.5 raw. It's gorgeous. We have, look at this, Golden Age Archie comics. Everything's in here. Yes, sir.
So everybody knows, these books, like we said twice already, were all bagged and boarded when you pulled them out, right?
For the most part. A lot of these ended up getting redone by me because they were bags and boards that were a little older, a little wrinkly.
Right. They weren't just, I mean, granted, these aren't, the older bags took their toll, but they were when you picked them up. So be right about that. Look at that.
Oh, the condition. I mean, some of the conditions on these is unbelievable.
Okay.
I mean, Justice League 8, World's Finest 123. These are all half off these stickers.
Yep,
Sabrina photo covers, everything. I mean, Muppet Babies, which actually the Muppet Baby is in here with Kermit, the tribute one. Phantoms, X-Men. It's everything.
Okay.
Fantasy masterpieces.
Yep. So half offs, dollar books, key boxes. Oh my God, wall books.
We're gonna redo our entire wall with just books from this collection.
Okay.
So all these are gonna be coming down. This whole wall is gonna be loaded with all new stuff that no one's even seen, really.
All right. And you got the statue cabinet.
Oh yeah, statue cabinet's always golden.
Yeah.
What's cool about this is our new piece that we just added. It's on consignment from our friend Brian Penry. That's original Sonic the Hedgehog artwork. That's an original piece.
Wow. Okay.
That's from Sonic 3 when they were making the game, and he did that for the style guide. So that's published. And they use that image on all the toy lines, all the t-shirts, everything.
Really? Holy cow.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. Awesome. All right. So I don't
We
know
also
what
redid
else.
our slab wall. I forgot to show you that.
I haven't seen that. Yeah.
We redid the whole slab wall. We got more slabs over here.
Yeah. No,
We
I'm
got our
telling you,
bench set up, seating area.
Yeah. And then coffee area is all set up.
Yeah, I just finished doing our new menu today, actually.
Look at that.
Ugh. So we got our new menu up. We're going to be doing our seasonal drink is going to be peppermint mocha for the sale.
Superhero serum?
Oh, no. We have superhero serum on drip coffee all day long, every day.
Every day. Awesome.
Every day.
All right, cool. All right. This has been, so guys, we're going 20 minutes. That's, we've given you a history. We've told you about the store. We've told you where it is. We've showed you your products. You're watching this. You've got 48 hours from for the time that this launches till now to figure out how you're going to get to Deep River, Connecticut and get to the Holiday Blues sale. We're starting early, right, Adam?
Oh, yes, sir.
8 o'clock. You're going all day.
Yes, sir.
All day. All right. So I don't know what else we can do to make you aware of something good happening in the comic book world. Oh, where'd Adam just go? Hope Adam comes back. I hope he jumps back on. So this should be a great time. I hope you guys can make it. It's all good, man. It's all good. It happens. Technology. Hey, listen, Adam, if that's the worst thing that's happened in this recording, we're in good shape.
Yeah, we're doing really well.
We're good. So I just gave a little bit of a spiel to tell them about where to find you and everything like that. So now, Adam, what if people are coming in on Friday? Do we want to address that? Like if they see this on Thursday, or you've just got more product than you can imagine?
Yeah, if they want to come down on Friday, we're going to be a little more stringent with certain things than we would be during the sale, I'll say.
Yeah, that's what I was hoping for. And that is what it is. And that's part of the reality of when you do these preview videos. And I get it, the early bird wants there, but you set a certain time, you have to stick by the gun. So I have mad respect for that. So everybody just wait till Saturday. Yeah. Wait till Saturday. You'll get your books. There's enough for everybody, right?
I mean, there's pletty for everybody. And these dollar bins are not going to be all 90s junk. I put a ton of silver, ton of gold, ton of bronze, copper. These dollar books are definitely going to be worth coming to see.
All right. Awesome. All right, you guys. So thank you very much. Make sure, Adam, what socials are you on? Tell everybody. I know you're
Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. I'm everywhere, man.
Under Comics in Coffee, right?
Comics and Coffee, Connecticut.
Yep. Perfect. All right. You guys can follow along. So I'm going to let Adam get back to work. I'm going to get.
Yeah, we got customers and kids running around, so I definitely got to take care of that.
All right, buddy. I'll let you go. All right. So thank you very much. Adam, see you Saturday.
Yeah. See you Saturday, Otto.
Peace, brother.
Peace.